let's get rolling.
Yeah, let's get rolling.
We're on a tight schedule.
We're on a tight schedule. We got to move quick, okay?
We gotta move quick. We got an ice skating trail to get to.
We do. We've got stuff to do.
Winter Wonderland experiences.
We do. What are we dropping? We got to give them a headline. What's this about? Tell me, because I already forgot. What are we talking about?
We're talking about the toxic positivity of Pluribus.
Yeah.
We're talking about how basically adult volunteer tennis is a bunch of gaslighting.
Mm-hmm.
And that adult competition rage could be weaponized to destroy the entire planet.
Interesting.
That's what we're talking about today.
Okay. I'm with E-Bar.
And I'm with the Tara Erickson. This is the Rage Pod.
Yeah. Or Rage Against the Serene.
And all of the things in between.
Tell them.
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay. Yeah, you're trying to tell. Yeah, tell me.
Real quick. We are always joined by the Friendy Wendy.
Yeah, that's true. We forgot to intro Friendy Wendy.
Sometimes we forget to intro. Because we're all dealing with perimenopause, so just give us a fucking break, okay?
It's true.
Give us a fucking break.
We forget.
Anyways, we love Friendy Wendy. We don't know how she feels about us.
We don't.
But that's okay.
We tell her that we love her, and we just assume that it will build up in her little thing enough love. It's like the heart grew 3 sizes that day. The Grinch.
The Grinch.
Even though she's not the Grinch, she's the toxic positivity person that you were gonna say.
Yeah, she is. And
isn't she? You said that one time.
She knows.
She thinks it too.
She thinks it too.
You said that one time.
That one time you said that. No, she thinks she's been theorizing about it.
Yeah. So what do we think about that? Because that's what we're digging into first,
so
right?
Let's talk about the show Pluribus, made by the extremely talented Vince Gilligan.
Yeah.
Of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and so many other things. But
which also had toxic positivity in it with the AI mentality, the group. They're just always
we're talking about Pluribus. Yeah. I thought you meant his other shows.
That group, the AI, the alien, is just always toxic positive.
It's kind of like, right, he's commenting a bit on AI, and I think specifically we can reference ChatGPT.
For sure.
Because you can literally, if you want ChatGPT to make you feel better about anything that you've done,
it will.
It will.
Yeah.
It will literally and also too, right? Like the questions are always leading. I think a lot of people will put into chat, like, is it okay that I did this?
Yeah.
I did this. Do you think that's okay?
Right.
And it cannot help.
Which I think is a plus though. Because I am a little bit of a, you
want the boost.
Yeah.
I get that. No, I think some level of positive encouragement is always a good thing. But when you feel like you lose sight, if there's an honesty there, or if hey, I really want to know what you think. Okay, so there's a scene in the recent episode that we all did you watch the most recent?
Yeah, I did.
You did last night?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was my job.
So
you guys said we got to watch this. I said,
job.
Okay.
It was my job and I did it. I'm a soldier.
Yeah.
Tara Erickson signing up for duty.
It's
anyway,
true.
No, the scene where she brings the guy in the biker outfit.
Yeah.
And she asks him what her recently deceased wife thought about her
book.
novel.
Yeah.
And I think that was such a smart move because it totally challenges how this new higher intelligence has been programmed to do, which is to make people feel good, to not cause harm. And you can see that the guy, when she's like, what did Helen think of my novel? And you can see him almost sort of short circuit because he literally gives her.
Well, at first he's really positive, and she's like, "No, but real."
But he's positive about the books, the books that have made her all of this commercial success, right?
Totally.
This is a total nod to artists that are like, "Hey, I do this thing and I make money doing it, and it's totally commercialized and it eats up my soul. But the thing that I really love and am passionate about,
is
nobody cares about,
right?"
And in her case, it's like a novel. It's tucked in a drawer. And so she asks about her commercial novels, whatever. I don't think she really...
The Wacaro series.
See,
I watched it.
See, she paid attention to details.
I sure did.
So she doesn't really care. I mean, she doesn't really care what she thinks about it. She cares to some level. But then when she asks about her novel...
Yeah, you say he's short circuits and you're like, so what did you feel about that?
And he's like, you can tell he doesn't want to deliver the information. And it's in this great, sort of just... nuanced sort of moment of why the problematic nature of just giving the most positive response to something. Because then when he has to deliver the news, which is like the death knell to any artist, when someone says, yeah, it was fine. I mean, fucking kill me 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Right?
Just
it was
take a
fine.
gun to the head and end
It was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I never want to be viewed as like, oh, that was fine.
That
or
was
that was
fine.
like, it's awful.
That's like the quintessential scene where like a woman comes out in an outfit and asks, usually it's a man, like, how do I look? And they don't respond, right? That's the equivalent of like, it's fine.
Honestly, I will tell you, rather than be fine, I'd rather be Tommy Wiseau in the room. Okay? That's the worst.
Oh, 100%.
Hilariously bad movie.
No.
In the world.
But you're not. The whole idea of this is that fine is awful because fine is forgettable.
It's nothing.
Fine is middling. Fine is like, yeah, she can kind of write, but like I'm gonna forget about this book within an hour of reading it.
So has that ever happened to you?
Of course.
Yeah.
Anyone that's ever done art, I mean, at all, in anything, like performance, writing, whatever, of course. Like,
is that why that scene hit you?
Well, the scene hit me, but I think more importantly, yes, like personally, I was like, oh, I can totally relate to like fine being.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so shitty.
I want to go set it on fire and never think about it
Burn
again.
the house down.
But I think thematically to the show,
why
I thought that was such a smart choice is because the robotic like quality of this toxic positivity that the group is giving this main character is challenged. Right? It's like they've been able to, oh, what do you want? What do you need? What I can give it to you. And in this moment, you see him not know what to do. Yeah. Because he's like, I cannot lie. That's the other thing. Like she writes on the whiteboard. She's trying to figure out who these people are. Cannot lie. I cannot lie. But I also don't want to make you feel bad. What do I do? And the truth of it is this is what your wife thought. Yeah. And
which is also honestly a very human nature thing. I mean, when you go and you see a friend and if their play is shit, maybe they didn't act well in it, or I don't know. Luckily, this is going to sound so twatty, but I don't have untalented friends. That hasn't. Oh God, that sounds like I sound like such a bitch, but it's true.
But you don't sound like a bitch.
I have never gone to a play where I've had to walk up to a friend and. Which I think that I probably would be fake about it, or maybe I just wouldn't say anything until they asked me, what do you think? And then I might be, it was good, even though I'm like, it was shit. Like this was shitty writing, whatever. So I feel like, in his response, it was very human nature-esque, where I feel like even though we as humans have our own agency, can lie, it's like we'll still ride the line between either do we lie straight to their face to make them feel better, or do we give them a little bit in between where you're like, well, I didn't love the writing, but like you were great,
Well, it's funny. Julia from Ozark. Why am I blanking on her last name? She's amazing.
Yeah, she's great.
Ruth from Ozark was in an interview recently for a movie that she's promoting, and she asked the reporter. She goes, "What do you do when you don't like a movie and you're interviewing people?" And like, so it's like sort of similar. And he's
just
like,
don't do the interview.
He's like, well, he's like, you know how it is when people don't totally think something is great, they often like dive into something specific. Yeah. That they can say was good about it. Like, oh, the cinematography was amazing. Yeah. Oh, the concept was great. Totally. Or like, oh, I love the way that, the set design really like brought out the theme of the show. And then they don't talk about anything else. Right. Right. Like, so but I just think like with this show, the main character is so enraged. And that's that is, I think, the problem with toxic positivity is on some level, a lot of us, I think most of us, but a lot of us are truth seekers. Like we're craving that connection to something that feels real. We're craving the connection to something that feels honest.
Yeah, concrete.
And like, oh, okay, I know, okay, they maybe didn't like this thing, but they loved this other thing that I did. And because I know that they didn't like this thing, I can accept that the thing that they liked, that's an honest review of my work. Yeah. And in this situation, and with ChatGPT often, it can feel a little maddening. Like, no, but you're just fucking telling me what I want to hear. And as much as it's going to like
Yeah.
literally incinerate my insides to hear the truth.
Uh-huh.
How the fuck do we grow
Yeah.
if we just think everything that we're doing is great?
Well, that's why you ask the humans and you say, give it to me straight. But, I will play devil's advocate real quick because for a hypochondriac, when I say, oh God, I took this, and here's all my symptoms. You know me, I'm constantly thinking, I've got a symptom. Except sometimes I really do. And then I'm like, tell me what to do. And it goes, you're all right. All you need is some bananas and some rice.
It's
and
always
you're going to
bananas.
eat and for me, I'm like, oh, thank God, because otherwise I would have been running to, the what do you call it? The quick care.
Urgent care.
The urgent
With
freaking
urgency.
care. Seriously, with a pedal to the metal. You know how I drive real quick.
Windows down.
I get in the car, pedal to the freaking metal, windows down.
So are you raging then every single minute of the day that you're on a commute?
That I'm in, yes. But you know what? You know what makes it difficult?
She's a fast driver.
I can really only get the rage out when it's like a Sunday or a Saturday when the roads are a little bit open. In traffic, you can't rage. I'm talking about what gets it going for me is hitting 75 in a 35-mile-hour zone. And they're like, you're fine. You just have diarrhea. And I'd be like, okay, great. Here's your $150 to tell me I just had diarrhea. That's my life. And so my point being is that I feel like sometimes the toxic positivity of ChatGPT, I feel like sometimes is a lifesaver. A little bit.
My question is, what makes positivity toxic? Is it when someone can't acknowledge the tragedy, the hurt, the bad in something?
I think when it's toxic when there's no room for like a nuanced and layered assessment of what's going on.
The acknowledgement.
Well, because if you just get told what you're doing is great and you are trying to get better at something or you're trying to become the best version of yourself, how are you supposed to do that if you're just told everything that you're doing is great? If you, especially in like, the corporate world, right? Like if you're trying to go as far as you can, let's say you want to climb that corporate ladder.
Yeah, I've done a lot of shit
wanted
out
to
of
kick
spite,
it. Yeah, I wanted to kick the ladder down. But if you're trying to climb that corporate ladder, you need to know how to get better. If you are just told that you are great and you don't get that promotion and then you don't move forward, then talk about feeling confused. I don't get it. I was told I was doing everything great, but I'm still in the same position I've been and no promotion.
What if that positive voice has made you now manifest? Because I'm not good at manifesting, but maybe if you're hearing that positive voice that tells you like, you're good, move and do this and you're going to make it there. Which I don't tell myself that stuff, but maybe I should.
You should.
Is that, Wendy's very good at that, is that then maybe I would actually like really rise.
But I think there's a difference between like when you know what, like in your situation, if you're talking about a craft, right?
Sure.
And like, and there is that part of it, right? Like you can always get better. You can always get better.
Sure.
I guess it doesn't. It still applies.
If it manifests, that's great. But I get what you're saying about the truth.
If you are not given also constructive criticism,
of course,
it's actually
you won't grow.
Holding you back. And that is to answer Friendy Wendy, your question, toxic positivity, not to mention if there's other people involved and they're like, hey, but I thought this could have been better. But then they feel silenced by the fact that everyone else is like, no, it's great, everything's great. And then you're sitting there saying like, yeah, but like, what if we next time could do this? But you don't get to have that voice because that's not encouraged and that's essentially silenced.
Right. I get what you're saying. I mean, I feel like with you, because you have a perfectionist side, I would be the one that goes, it's fine. Like, we'll just do it. And you're like, no, but what if we could do this and this, which is good because that's what I mean by devil's advocate. Like, I'm more going to be the one. Oh my God, Fifi. She's such a savage.
But you know
Fifi,
what? She's really playing into the theme of like,
is.
what's the Rage Pod sign going to be doing on this episode?
You know what I wish is that we could get a ceramic cat that goes like this, like Fifi, and holds up the other part of the sign.
Yep.
That's genius.
We could get like a part of the sign.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
A clip
Wow.
on.
That would have been brilliant.
I also think there's a type of toxic positivity that is invalidating somebody's feelings. I think the constructive criticism is one lane, but then I also think, let's say, Tara, you've had so much shit with your car. The windshield getting knocked out twice. How fucking annoyed would you be if you came to the house and you were like, guys, my car just got broken into and just got smashed again. And we were like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. That would be so annoying because you'd be like, no, validate the fact that I am fucking pissed right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you know what? Eventually, this is going to make you stronger.
Oh,
give me a fucking
You know
break.
what's going to make me stronger is my fist in your fucking face.
Exactly. You know what also make me fucking stronger is you fucking Venmo me the $500 each time that somebody smashed through my freaking window and I gotta pay a freaking deductible.
But it's going to be okay.
No, it won't.
Right. But that's like her point. Yeah. No, I think that's a really good point, Friendy Wendy. I think the problem is in a myopic nature of like it either needs to be good or I need to like be hypercritical of every little thing.
Yeah, no.
Right. The other end of it is like it's never good enough. Or like, cause does it feel good just to win the game if you played like shit?
No, but with you though, Erica, a lot of it we played pretty well, and you will still go, I don't think it's good enough. Could have been better.
Sure,
and I go, I know, but it's still pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
And I don't think that everyone will see what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Right. Because I have other friends, perfectionists like you too, that I just go, I don't know if the general public will see necessarily what you're seeing. So do we really have to worry about it? And in knowing you, yeah, we do have to worry about it.
We do.
She won't get over it.
do you remember her? Like a couple weeks ago, we were having a conversation about something related to the Rage Pod. And I think it was like, yeah, it's fine. And Erica got so pissed. And she was like, if you just want our podcast to be fine.
That's fine is the worst.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not having it.
See, Vince Gilligan knows what's up. Fine is where like your creative excitement and like for the future goes to rot in hell. Fine is you might like it would be better if you just said I fucking hated it.
It's so ridiculous because you know what? I bet you we have some audience members here who are like, listen, life is fine. It's not great.
Well, we've talked about it before.
It's
we're like,
okay.
we're fine.
We're fine. You know, it's just in the things that it's more a control thing, I think, with you and with all of us that have, OCD where we want things to be great because we spent so much time in Los Angeles, in this business, in the creative arts, doing all of the things that we're like, well, we should be able to deliver this on a higher level or whatever it may be. But I'm like, yeah, but there's also such a sort of kinship that I view with like a DIY, throw it together. Anybody could do it.
Sure.
It's fine.
But see, I feel like that part doesn't bother. It's not that it's like DIY thrown together.
Yeah.
It's the actual like essence and the meat of what like if
Correct.
it's DIY and thrown together and it's
but the meat of it is
great
good.
That's all part of it.
Totally.
Then great. That's more than fine. That's fucking brilliant, right?
Totally. Because there's been plenty of times we walked out of here and we said, that podcast was shit. We shouldn't edit it.
Liked it.
We should get rid of it. And then we step away and then we're like, yeah, we just cut out these things. We actually like it.
Well, podcasting is a tough medium, right?
Yeah.
It's a tough medium because it's not like performing and it's not like narrative where like you've like steeped yourself into these characters and the story that you're like, okay, well now we just have to like execute it. You don't always know exactly what's going to happen.
Correct.
But to your point about the perfectionism, and then we'll move on to something else that's perfectionistic. I think what happens with me is when I have had moments where I've been really proud of my work and whatever way that is, you're chasing that dragon.
Yeah,
all the time. I want it to feel like that all the time. I want it to be that good all the time because you know when you're like, oh, it felt good, like it was like inside met the outside.
Yep.
And so,
I felt like I was like, well, not smart enough, but I felt like when I was like in a it was like Hallmark, a Lifetime movie like a few years ago, and I was #1 on the call sheet. And this is a feature film we're talking about. and they walk in somebody else and they go, it's a day player, and they go, oh, and I'm walking to the bathroom. They go, oh yeah, this is Tara Erickson. She's our number one. And like the actors know what that means. And I just like felt inside of my body going, remember this moment because it may never happen again, especially in this business. You just know, like you might grow out of it, you might get over it, which I'm a little bit in that phase now. I felt like been fortunate enough to work like a good amount, whatever, pay bills with it. But like I knew at that moment, like just don't forget how that felt. And you know, I forget everything, but I never forget the one person walking into the warehouse, exactly what the production assistant said and how I felt. And it's just like, that's like that one positive thing that I'm like, oh yeah, try not to ever forget, because if you do reach that moment again, you'll go, it's great. But if you don't, just remember, hey, I was here. I did have this. That really did feel great. You did that motherfucking thing.
Yes.
And nobody can take that away from you. So that's a plus.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think you have to celebrate the wins as much as you critique the losses.
The losses.
100%. And I think that what you just said, why it's so important that you have a relationship to your craft. Because you can't count on those moments. You celebrate the ones that happen and you reflect on those when you need to remind yourself of, what you have to offer.
Yeah, because sometimes
it's
really
shitty. That no one can take away from you.
Yeah.
Is your craft.
Right.
No one can take away my relationship with the page and my relationship with comedy.
Yeah.
And like the jokes that I want to construct. And when I find something funny or I find something emotionally moving that I can create, nobody can take that away from me.
Right. That's what we have to hold on to.
Yes.
That's our fuck you.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
That's our absolute fuck you. Because if anybody comes into this room or into your world and maybe says, which I'm sure people are hearing it all the time, you're not good enough. You're not going to make it. No. We've all heard it.
My cats told me that.
Right. Exactly. That you have that fuck you in your pocket. That's like, here you go. Because you know what? I have. It may have been a minute. I've had little successes that now we can use those to build.
Because if it is based on the external recognition alone, we know it's fleeting.
Yeah, of course.
It's fleeting. You have to have a relationship beyond that, or it's just not going to work.
I agree with you. And we both have that, which is a plus.
Which is great.
What we both don't have is tennis. I need you to tell me the 2-minute story. I need you to keep it short and succinct, Erica.
I'll keep it.
Now
listen,
listen,
it's like a volley.
I need to prep the people because we were at the bar and she looked at me and she goes, oh my God, I have so much to tell you about tennis. And I went, shut your freaking mouth. You save it for the podcast. And I didn't even tell Wendy this, but I know she's proud right now. So go.
Yeah. We
dive in.
I had to zip it. Okay. So again, just as a quick recap for those that don't play tennis, I'm sure it's a lot of most people. So, and this is like kind of goes for, I think, some adult volunteer sports, but basically play on a team, we're a public court. And our team plays these other fancier teams that have their like country clubs. They have a coach. They have matching outfits. We have none of
You're playing the money
we
teams.
We barely even know who we're playing with until like 5 minutes before.
Okay, got it.
And so, and I like sporadically have time to do this, right? Between everything
you have
that's
twins
going
and a
on.
life and
Twins,
a job.
life,
We've got
and
multiple
podcasts.
jobs. Yeah.
And so I play this match with this awesome partner who I played with like a couple of times in practice.
Okay.
And we are playing at like what feels like the oldest country club in all of LA.
I love
the
it.
Beverly Hills Tennis Club.
Oh God.
And we walk in and it is like out of like a movie from the 60s. Like everyone's in white.
Yeah,
There's
of
like
course.
a pool and a jacuzzi. Someone's doing like Pilates next to the court that we're playing on.
Okay, real Beverly Hills.
There's like a full setup of food and like table service.
Yeah.
And like we roll in knowing that we've got like one of us has a Zoom in like an hour and a half that we have to make it to.
Totally.
The other's got like meetings that are probably going on in the middle of the match that we're like tending to.
Totally.
And they're like perfectly matched outfits, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And as this happens, right? Like I like to think of it like this, like, right? what I found with tennis is, it's like people can be like the nicest, kindest, coolest.
Yeah.
Get into their car and they fucking turn into Mel Gibson.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
it's like a totally different person.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you can have this in tennis, like everyone's real nice at the top, shaking hands, whatever. Okay, cool. Like everyone, let's have fun. Let's have a good game. No one fucking wants to have fun.
Yeah. Right.
No one wants to have a good game.
Right.
These bitches, they just want to win. Okay?
Right.
They want to win no matter what.
Well, yeah. They spent thousands of dollars every week on it.
And
so wait, tell me what happened.
And this is like their, escape from dealing with their actual problems in therapy.
The affairs.
So basically, okay, so we start off, and again, just to like kind of break this down, you have to be your own refs when you play.
Yeah.
So like if you and I
line
are playing,
or whatever, you got to
call if your ball
you
is
call
close,
line
I
or
call
it's
your
in
ball
or out.
whether it's in or out.
Right. Okay.
So this is all self-policed. And so I call a ball, I thought it was out. My partner thought it was in for a second. The other team is like, oh, well, you guys are in disagreement. We get the point. And I was like,
God.
oh, wow, this is early. This is early into the match.
Yeah.
So I just I'm at a point where I just don't care anymore. And so I just said, I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. I was like, hey guys, can we just like not do the thing? Like, let's all be cool. Like, we don't need to get reactive. We're cool. Like, let's have a good time. And I think they were so weirded out by that.
What did they do?
Well, one of them was like literally had this like expression on her face. Like what?
Yeah,
like,
what the fuck
what
are
the
you talking
fuck
about?
is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, we're here for blood.
You were toxically positive in that moment.
I guess.
You were Erica.
No, I don't think that's toxic positivity. You know what that is?
Might be.
No, it's
at
not.
At the Beverly Hills tennis, you were.
I think this is a misinterpretation of toxic positivity.
Okay.
I think what it is me being unfiltered about having had experience of negative things and actually being, if anything, it's being negative. Because I'm saying, hey guys, let's not turn into fucking assholes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's really what I was saying.
But I wish you would have said that. But we can't. They would be so
God.
mad at you.
Oh my God.
Wait, what
Are you
happened at the
kidding
end
me?
of the
I
game?
would have been arrested.
Yeah,
They would
you
have
would have
somehow
been.
commissioned
You
the
would have been
Beverly
thrown
Hills
out.
police and they would have come in and arrested me.
Totally.
So anyways, okay. So that happens. The match is close. Like we shit the bed on the first 3 games,
Okay,
but then we
that's
finally
fine.
warmed up. We came back. It's like neck
You're
and
coming
neck.
back. Okay.
And they serve, and my partner goes, what's the score? And I said, I'm going to use points that make sense because not everyone knows tennis score. It's very awkward. So I said the score is 1-2, meaning we're up 2 because they're serving.
Sure.
And they have 1.
Okay. Yeah.
We have 2, they have 1. She goes, okay. We play the point out. We win the point.
Okay.
So it should be 1 to 3. 1
3,
serving
3, 1, whatever.
3.
Yeah.
She says 2-all.
Oh.
The server says
That's
2-all.
off.
And
Okay.
I said, wait a minute. I was like, but it was just 1-2. And she said, that's not what I said the score was. I said the score was 2-1. And I said, but it wasn't 2-1. And she said, well, the rules state that if you don't challenge the score that is called, that is the score. But we're all living in the same reality.
Yeah.
That it was 1-2.
Right.
And she says, listen, that's what the rules are. And I'm like, okay, I hear you on the rules, but we're all saying that's not what the score was. And we're just going to move forward with that.
What did she do?
And she said, she called over their like captain, and the captain like was like kind of like, I don't know. And do you guys want to replay them? We gave them the point. But before I left, I said, so again, what I'm understanding is I could just make up whatever score that I want before I serve. And they go, wait a minute, we'll challenge you on that. I go, well, what if I say it really softly? Because I couldn't hear you when you said it, but I just assumed we were all living in the same
You said that to her,
world.
to her face, to her face, to her
Yes,
face.
yes.
What did she do?
I go, so what if I just said the score really
softly,
like a careless whisper?
Yeah.
It's a wham shout out.
What did she do?
And they were like so like taken aback. And they're like, you can't do that. But it was so intense. And I realized halfway through the match, I looked up and I saw the logo of that tennis club because my partner was like, these ladies are out of their minds.
Right.
And I go, well, it's all in the logo. And the logo literally is like a B and then a T and a C, and it looks like an I. So it
Oh,
looks,
it looks like bitches.
bitch. And I go, well, it's in their logo. And
That's
she just
funny.
started laughing and she took a picture of the logo.
That's good. I like that.
But it was like,
so you gave him some juice. You gave him some juice. They were aware of how you felt and how stupid they sounded.
so we ended up winning. I was prepared to lose. I was very
Great.
prepared to
You
lose.
won. What happened at the end? What did they do?
I think they didn't shake my hand, which was
of
like,
course not.
we get a call from the league commissioner like a week and a half later.
What happened?
We heard that there was some unsportsmanlike behavior in your line 1 match, and there was apparently some bad calls, and people didn't know the rules of the game. I'm like, that's what you're.
So they contacted them to say you didn't know the rules of the
You
game?
called the principal because you felt like people didn't know the rules of the game.
Yeah. They did. They freaking
These
suck.
are adult women. These are very adult women.
Sounds like
have
it.
lived lives, have grown children.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've had jobs. I think that they're getting all of this aggression out of in their personal life. They're getting it out on the court.
Okay.
I think it's the adrenaline
And so
the
are you.
focus and the animalistic behavior of like when you're out there and you're just like running, you're hitting, and you're trying
Yeah.
to win, and it's like insane.
Right.
What happens? It's like a real study on rage, right? Like why does that? And people that are off the court could be lovely. Rage and aggression comes out in weird ways, and I think for something happens with like adult competition where, and maybe this kind of ties back to what we were talking about earlier. I think what's really happening too is that people like it's like if you hit a good shot, you win that point, you win that match. In those moments, like you get to be a winner, right?
Yeah.
You get to feel like, I think women like they feel good, and it's like, oh, for the one moment in my life, all the other great
There's a
parts
release.
of like, oh, did they like my book? Does my husband actually still find me attractive?
Yeah.
Do my friends really like, how do they really like me? Do they value my friendship? That's a little
That
like,
all goes away when you have a
well,
win.
It's also like unclear, right? So can you really answer those questions? And do you want to answer those questions? But when you hit a winning shot,
You don't think about that.
it's undebatable.
Yeah.
When you're hitting the ball well,
You're like, I'm hot as shit. Everybody loves me.
and I think that's what happens for women, right?
Yeah.
I think it's like, this is this moment. We encourage being special, being great, being exceptional, right? Like that is highly, highly emphasized and encouraged,
Yeah.
particularly in the United States.
Yeah.
And so when life happens and maybe those things that you thought you were going to be don't happen, that leads to a lot of disappointment and disenchantment, and that leads to a lot of rage.
Yeah.
And so I think that shit that's coming out.
Oh,
And-
yeah, for sure. Because I think there has to be other ways that people find self-confidence and pride that normally gets tied up with a win or something that you feel you're really good at. And, you know, that could easily be like, oh, how did I handle my rage? And this is how I do it, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I paint, or like I picked up a hobby. I don't know what the fuck people are doing, or they're doing yoga. And they're like, you could be proud about that because now you're bettering yourself so that you're not so. But here's the one thing that I will say, so you're not so rageful is what I meant to say. But what I will say is that, I've done so many great things out of spite, out of pure fucking rage.
Oh, yeah.
Spite and rage in my gut, and I will burn you to the ground. This will be the greatest motherfucking thing I've ever done.
Of course.
Written great songs on that, which is why a lot of people back in the day when I was writing songs, but I forget, one artist was saying, oh, maybe I need to be brokenhearted to write like an album or something, because you get all of that out. You're just so inspired.
Which I think that's a misnomer. I don't like that. I don't like that narrative. I think that's
well,
not
because
true,
I don't
but
think people need that,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, look at Taylor Swift. She's very happy she wrote another album. She's about to get married. It's fine.
This also comes out when adults play games, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I know Wendy's talked about this. She avoids playing games because she's like, oh, I know if I actually decide to do it and I commit, then I'm I'm out for blood. Like I'm ready to fucking win.
And I turn into a dick. Like I just,
Really?
I really try to avoid game night. There is this burning feeling in my heart when I start to lose. I've had it as a child. I would flip the checkerboard.
Wow.
I remember one time going with an ex-boyfriend to punk rock bingo, and the prize was a beach cruiser, and my boyfriend lived down in Venice, and I was like, I want a beach cruiser.
That's a huge prize.
I
though.
went to win.
Yeah.
And
you did.
You're drinking and the night's going on and I'm not winning. And I start to get more pissed. The night devolves quickly. We get into a whole fight because I was determined. I walked through those doors ready to win. And when I didn't, I can't fucking take it.
What did you do after?
I want to know.
How do you get rid of that rage?
No, I want to know why you needed to win.
Oh,
because I wanted it.
Why? Why do you want it so bad?
I don't know.
What does that mean? Does that mean that? Does that
her
mean?
voice is up,
I know
right?
she's yelling at
Why?
me.
Why do you want to win?
No,
What does it mean?
I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling
No,
because
I know. But you're passionate about it.
I'm passionate about it because I think that's the whole fucking root of everything that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Why do you need to win? Because you need to win. Because otherwise, if you don't win, you're nothing. Like, does that mean that that makes you someone of value because you won this thing? Like, what is it about?
Well, no, I think she would
winning?
just have a beach cruiser.
And there's that.
And my ex-boyfriend ended up buying me one for Christmas.
Oh
I didn't
my
win.
So then, but here's the thing. Okay, I get it. We're joking about the beach cruiser. Did that eradicate the feeling of losing?
No, I wanted to win.
See, that's my point.
No, I get it.
But why? Why do we why do these women need to win this match?
You know
why?
You know what I think it's tied to? If I really, really think down to it, and even I had checked myself real quick when I had a child that played sports because I was like, I'm not going to be that parent. But there was a minute where I was like, oh God, I feel it in my chest. Like we're going to lose. They're 5 playing basketball, and I started to turn into a psycho. So I pulled myself out of it. I think it's ego. I think it's all ego.
Yeah.
It's that saving face. It's that not being embarrassed, not feeling less than. It all ties to ego.
Yep. That's a ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
And so you have
Self-confidence
to
and pride is
find,
a big deal.
and it's like this.
That's why I was like, oh, you got to find an alternate if you lose for the self-confidence and the pride. Because
exactly
for me, I'm a very prideful person, but I'm not very competitive because I do think that for me, if it's just another thing to bring me down, and I'm already down enough. So I need to go, this game doesn't matter.
No, by the way, my favorite thing is to play games with Tara.
Oh yeah, because I hate them.
Because
I'm
she
not good
hates
at
them. And that to me is the win, the joy that I get.
But we never play games that I like that I might be good at. We play games that you're good at.
Oh, I'm not necessarily good at it. I like the joy I get from, honestly, both of us flailing through the game, because I think we played games where we're that is the win.
Yeah.
Like there's games where
Erica loves games, by the way.
I do. I
just
love games.
She's upset.
But I like games where it involves comedy.
Yeah.
You know, where you're gonna be, or you're with funny people that you're gonna be laughing through the whole thing. That's what I like, a shared experience where you're tuned in, everyone's tuned in, and that's what you're doing. You're not looking at your phone. You're not okay, what's the next thing that we're doing? What's the next thing that we're doing? You're just present.
Right. What was the game that we played together in Palm Springs? And we were cracking up. Was it Balderdash?
Oh, that was
fun.
See,
That was
by
fun.
the way, what I love about that game, no one gives a fuck who won that game. It was not about winning the game. It was the fact that Tara's response to one of the things was so ridiculous.
It was perfect.
It was about the legal show.
We had to make up fake movie synopsises.
Yes.
And hers was by day
she's a partner in the firm.
Yeah.
And then at night she's fucking the intern or something.
And see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I love about games.
I like that.
That is exactly what I love about games.
That was fun.
Our memory is to laughing about it. It's not about winning or losing.
Right.
And the thing is right, this is getting very preachy, but I just think it's cathartic for us all to talk about these elements that tie to rage and tie to ego. Because is it enough that hey, I've got great friends. I've got a relationship with my craft. I've done some cool things. I'm excited about doing things.
To me, it's never enough.
And
but
that's not enough.
I have that.
But And I don't think anyone is like all in that place. That's insane. That's like just not the human experience. But I think if we don't strive to get in touch with that, that's when we get into like, I have to land that role. I have to win this match. And it doesn't matter with what stakes, right? Like that's where you get these people that are like, I have to win this fucking adult volunteer tennis match that I pay money for and I win nothing to. Even if we win, nobody wins. We're actually losing money and time and resource and energy on.
I think that the pride and like the self-respect, it can get to more of a normal level where you're like, I think I still have value, even though I'm not doing these things that throughout my entire 20s and 30s that I thought really made me who I am, because I still am that person
Absolutely.
that can bring joy to my friends or, you know, make my co-host laugh. I'm just not doing that one thing all the time. Right. That it's moved, and I'm okay with the line to move. I'm okay with it to sort of swerve right now. But I will say that I've never been okay with it before. I have sobbed in my car for hours and called the two friends who you know that are going to be like, I've seen you and I think you're talented and I think this will get better. This is just a day. Right? Been there. But there is a part of us that I think at some point allows you to be like, this through line, it's going to swerve, it's going to move. And for you to just ride the wave. But it took me a long time to just ride the wave.
Oh my God. Well, because it's like, it is, especially when you're an artist, it is so wrapped up in your identity.
Yeah.
It is not like, oh, I don't like sell carburetors anymore. It's like, oh, I'm not like to make it feel like you're not an artist anymore, which I don't think that these external recognitions, which are often fall far below what people are actually talented enough to deliver,
right,
are markers of whether you are an artist or not. But it takes a lot of self-work.
It does.
To get there.
It does.
It takes a lot. And sometimes it is like, I'm just not going to go on social and look at what other people are doing because that's not serving me.
I can't.
But
Can't do it.
That is
the
real challenge.
win, a film festival win. When you make your pilot, a win. When you write something great, they pick it up, a win. It's fleeting.
It's fleeting.
It's just like I was saying earlier.
Fleeting.
When they go, here's our number one, and I just go, just freaking remember this. This business has every moment. It's so fleeting as fuck. You may never ever be here again.
Yeah.
And it's just like you have to remember it. But even now, if we're not putting ourselves in those exact same positions, it gets better where you're just like, still in me. I think that like people aren't like going to specifically judge us 100% on the fact that like, did you just write that feature film or was it 2 years ago?
Well, and the real gold is not, are they judging us on this?
Right. It's
am I judging myself on this? Am I worthless without this?
Exactly. And I have gotten to a little bit of a point that where it's like 50-50 where I go, no, I'm fine. I don't fucking need that. I did it for so fucking long. If you want to go look. I've done it. Just to say like that I have done it. That's still me doing it out of pride, out of self-confidence, out of like, oh, if you want to know, have I done it? I fucking done it. Go look at the tape.
Well, it's also realizing like, okay, that's not my full identity. Yes, it is a big part of my identity, but it's not my full identity.
Right.
And I need to nurture the other parts of my identity that I have essentially sacrificed in the name of this being the North Star of everything that I do.
Yeah, correct, man. It's like, it makes me, I don't know how I did it all, but right now I'm not doing that and being in my car for 6 hours, going to a bunch of auditions. And I'm happier for it. There are sometimes I'll watch TV and just go, that would have been a cool role. I wish I would have been
a thousand
could have auditioned for it. Maybe could have gotten it, but I'm still like not in the mood.
In my dreams all the time.
Yeah.
And like definitely acting a lot in my dreams. Like being, that happens a lot. And I'm like, oh, like, and then you're like, oh, how much, like, what do I do with that?
Mm-hmm.
What do I do with that? You know?
Yeah.
So,
what does it mean? How do we dig into it?
I
don't know, but we should dig into that in the next episode. We should. Maybe dig into dreams. If you guys can let us know, make sure that you're calling us 213-293-5995. Also, you can email us rage.
At theragepod.com.
That's right.
What
Tell
about
us your
this?
thoughts.
Does this make my face look even smaller when my shoulders are up? Because I was just doing this.
Well, you were doing a T-Rex thing. You put your hands down just now, but before they were up. And I was like, that's a T-Rex.
Like this or like this?
You literally went,
This.
does this look like my face is smaller? And I was like, you're doing a T-Rex. I don't even notice your face. You literally look like a person T-Rex right now. Like, I don't know what's going on.
And part of that is because they have a small head. Okay.
Which
right.
nobody will notice. We love you guys. Let
Love
us
you
know
too.
what your dreams are like. I don't know. Do you get rageful? Are you doing stuff that you did in the past?
There's stuff that you hope to be doing.
Yeah. Tell us.
Working shit out.
Yeah. And also, we will start releasing our cunt of the week solely on social media and not in our episodes. I think we're going to try that out,
We're
right?
going to try it out, just like we're trying out the sign.
Just
putting
like
it all in all different kinds of spots.
So if you miss cunt of the week, which stands for courageous,
Unapologetic,
notorious,
10 of a woman,
/man, /they, them, /cat.
Whatever you want.
Check out our Instagram and our YouTube. We'll be popping those up there and not taking up time here so we can talk more.
So we can get into it.
Anyway, let's go screaming at pillows. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.